Hello, welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley. For the next hour here on Verbling, we're going to be doing a couple of things. We'll learn some basic vocabulary to talk about clothing, more or less focused on the idea that we're heading into winter in most of the, well, in the northern hemisphere, and all right, time to break out that warm winter clothing. We'll talk about that, and in addition, we'll practice conversation and discussion talking about the change of seasons and related weather events. Okay, that's the game plan for today. Let me start by welcoming Jorge Luis. Hi, Jorge.
Hey, Oakley. How are you doing?
Okay.
Good.
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm quite awake yet, but I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Today we're going to talk about the weather a little bit. What's the weather like where you live?
Oh, I live in Bogota, in Colombia. So today has been so cool, you know. It has been raining all the day. Today is colder than another days the week.
Okay. Now, cold is kind of relative. First of all, a little note on the English. Very common mistake is to say all the day. In English, we really don't need the. We can just say all day. It's been cold all day. Cold is relative, you know. I'm from United States, from the very northern part of United States, very close to the Canadian border, in fact. And then cold was one thing then, but now I live in the Philippines, and here people are cold. They start wearing jackets when it's 20 degrees, which is kind of a joke, which is a comfortable temperature to me. So when you say it's cold, what do you mean?
We are here between 10 and 15 degrees.
Okay, that's kind of cool. All right.
But it's often in Bogota, the temperature, we are often in, the temperature is 20 degrees during the day, and maybe 15 at night.
Okay.
On a morning early. But today has been 15 degrees, 12, 15 all the day.
All day. All day. All day.
All day.
Okay. We've had a few students join us, so I'm going to say hello to them. Hello, Carolina. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I am doing well, and you?
I'm doing okay, thank you. We're going to talk about the weather and appropriate clothing for the weather today a little bit. How's the weather where you are?
I live in Bogota too, so
it's the same.
Yeah, today it was raining almost all afternoon. How can I say that?
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Right. All afternoon, all day, all morning. Not all the day, not all the morning. So that was good. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of wet and soggy there. I get the idea.
And today I feel like that it's a little bit colder. I don't know. Maybe 1 month ago or 2 months ago, Bogota was really, really hot. It was really, really nice weather, like 20. So today I feel like a little bit colder, but for me it's nice. I love to see rain.
Oh, okay.
Outside, so it's nice.
Great. We'll talk about that, what kind of weather we like a little bit later as well. Victor, hello, Victor. How are you today?
Pretty fine. Nice to see you again.
Likewise. How's the weather where you are?
I live in Bogota too, so...
Oh my goodness. You guys all sitting in the same room.
Bogota, I feel. Yes,
Colombia power.
Yeah.
It's an attack.
And
Uh,
today, as Carolina said, it was raining all day.
mm, okay.
I think we are in winter, but for
Okay.
us, winter is sometimes a lot of rain, but we don't have snow.
Uh-huh. I see. Okay. All right. Let me welcome somebody who's not in Bogota.
Okay.
Hi, Sam. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello,
How
how
are
are
you?
you?
I'm
Yes,
fine, thank you.
hello everyone. Mm-hmm.
How's the weather where you're at?
Not cold. It's still summer, and I think it's around 27 or 28.
Hmm.
Yes, but night are colder than day, and and even though the midnight is much colder than early night and early night, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And whole days, yes, is a sunny day, or you know that here in southern area of Pakistan, so um, especially the winter is not rainy or not too much humid, but early morning or in the morning, it's a little bit humid, or we can say that um, a little colder in it's compared to the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, and it's very nice because of we like this weather a lot, and you know that here the winter is very shorter or shorter than summer, around 2 or 3 months only winter. So yes,
Ah,
but it's very pleasant. Yes, very pleasant, and we enjoy this weather.
yeah.
Hmm.
Sounds very similar to where I live in the Philippines now. My favorite 3 months are basically December, January, February because it's cooler. It's certainly not winter. There's no snow. There's never been any snow ever here, but it's certainly cooler. And the thing that I like about these months is that it's there's a breeze. There's a nice cooling breeze at this time of year, which is great. Because when it's summer here, the worst part is, yeah, it's hot, but the worst part is that there is no breeze. I mean, not at all for months at a time. So you just bake like a cake in the oven. Okay, let me welcome Claudio as well. Hi, Claudio.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Claudio, how's the weather there where you are?
Well, I live in Cancun, and it's always hot and humid, with the exception of maybe January when it is just warm. But for example, in all the other months, if you are staying on the beach, the ocean breeze make it more comfortable.
Oh yeah, well, ocean breeze is always nice. Breeze, I'm all for a breeze. Uh, yeah, that was one thing when I lived in the United States, and I've lived on the East Coast, the West Coast, the South, the Rocky Mountains. I've lived all over the place in the United States, and everywhere there's a breeze all the time. You know, it's unusual to have no wind or no breeze, really. But yeah, one of the weird things here is there's months at a time where you never ever feel a breeze. Uh, Claudia, it should be it's always. I think you missed the S. Be careful about that. Instead of it always, make sure you've got the S or is. It is always. All right. Okay. Uh, and oh, I also wanted to mention to Sam earlier. You missed the S. Night R again. It should be nights are plural. Uh,
Nights are okay.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes this is confusing. And you were mentioning the weather at different times of the evening. This gets confusing, I know, for English speakers kind of almost doesn't make sense, but in the night for English speakers, okay, the early evening would be 7 to 8 o'clock at night. In the evening, maybe 9 or 10. I go to bed at 11 in the evening, maybe. And then those morning hours, like 1, 2, 3 in the morning, I know it's night, it's blackout, there's no sun, but we call that the early morning hours. Okay. Basically 1, 2, 3, 4 are the early morning hours. All right, a couple other folks have joined us. Let me welcome Mustafa. Hi, Mustafa. How are you?
Hey, teacher. Good to see you today. Good morning.
Good morning. We're going to talk about clothing and appropriate to the weather. How's the weather where you are?
Hey, no, it's kinda, I think it's 13 degrees Celsius right now, but it's like, yeah, now it's early, so yeah, it's kinda cold. It's kinda cold.
Is it getting colder this time of year?
It is between 10 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So is it colder than it was 3 months ago?
A little bit colder, yeah, a
A
little
little
bit.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me also welcome Maximiliano.
Hello,
Hi.
teacher. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can I just call you Max, or do I have to? Would you prefer that I call you Maximiliano?
Yes, sure. You can say me. You can name me Max. It's no problem.
Okay, thanks, Max. You can call me Max.
Okay, call me. Yes, you can call me Max.
Thank you. Where are you from?
I am from Argentina.
Again?
I am from Argentina.
Argentina. Oh.
Yes.
So, okay, great. We got somebody where it's becoming summer there, right?
Yes, but
Great.
today is rainy.
Is it usually rainy? Is it usually
Yes.
rainy in the spring there? Is that normal?
Yes. It depends of the year, but there is a cold temperature. It's rarely. It's very rarely.
Oh, okay. One more question. In Argentina, yes. I guess in the interior near the mountains, I guess probably you have snow, right? Of course you do.
Yes, but in the south of the country.
Right.
In Buenos Aires, the snow is rarely. It's very rarely. The last year that the snow in Buenos Aires was in 1999. The last year.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh really?
A long time.
Okay. The snow is rare. Rare is the adjective. Rarely is the adverb. So you can say it rarely snows. Snow as a verb. Rarely snows, or snow is rare. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Sam, you're asking me about what is called night. Well, the whole thing, when it's dark, the whole thing from when the sun sets to the sun rises is the broader nighttime or night. That's it. But I was trying to outline or describe the different parts of night. Okay. All right. We're going to do a very simple exercise. I'm going to do a screen share, and we're going to talk about clothes for the weather, clothes appropriate to the weather, whether it's weather. That's weather, W-H-E-T-H-E-R. We're going to talk about a little vocabulary. Whether some of these are appropriate for where it's becoming winter, and some are appropriate for where it's becoming summer. Okay. Hang on. Here we go. Very basic exercise here. Jorge Luis, starting with you, the first picture, these green things on the left, on the far left, what are those?
There are, let me check.
Let me check.
Gloves?
Yes,
Green gloves?
They are green gloves. Very good. They look like green gloves that were made for The Simpsons. They only have 4 fingers.
Yes.
Crazy. Do you know, okay, gloves are, well, we use gloves for different reasons, for warmth, but also to protect our hands for working. For warmth, on our hands, sometimes we wear the kind of clothing that has a pocket for 4 fingers and then 1 thumb hole. Do you know what those are called?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I use gloves. I wear gloves. Sport gloves because I am goalkeeper.
Ah, okay. Well, there's another reason. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
Good.
the most. It's the only situation in which I wear gloves. There is
okay.
none other situation.
I was just going to ask you, do you have gloves? All right. Good. You guessed my question. Excellent. Okay, so you don't really need gloves for warmth living in Bogota. All right.
No.
Okay. The other warm weather hand clothing that I was talking about are mittens. Mittens with an S, like gloves with an S, because usually they're in a pair. These are okay. These words, by the way, are kind of strange because they are both countable and uncountable. You can have 1 mitten. There are 3 mismatched mittens, 3 mismatched gloves in the box. It is possible that they are countable, but when we're talking about a pair, 2 of them, which normally people would wear, then they're uncountable, and we need to say a pair of gloves, a pair of mittens, a pair of socks, a pair of shoes. All of those items of clothing are both kind of countable and uncountable at the same time. Okay, Carolina, the red pile of clothing here. What are we looking at? What are these objects?
Scarf.
Scarf, yes, there's a scarf. And
the other one is, I don't know, my pronunciation is like a beanie hat.
A what?
I don't know, teacher. Beanie, no, beanie. Oh my god.
Beanie.
Beanie hat.
Okay, it does look similar to a beanie hat or a beanie. A beanie is a very small hat which only sits on the top of the head. Because this is sitting on a scarf, I'm going to assume this is a much bigger hat, probably made out of warm material like wool or something like that. You know, we just call this a hat. Really. Well, when I was in the United States, we would just, a winter hat maybe. If we're going to add an adjective, but that's about it. All right, Carolina, do you own a scarf?
I have maybe 1 or 2 made by wood.
Made of wool. Wool.
Yeah, and another 2 or 3 for, I don't know. It's like skin clothes.
Are
It's
they?
only for accessories.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sometimes women also. Do you have any silk scarves for basically as a what's the word? Accessory.
Accessories.
Many women like to accessorize as a verb with a pretty little scarf. Do you ever do that?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay. All right. Do you have a warm wool hat for warmth or not really?
No, not really. Here in Bogota, we don't have a
Not
winter,
necessary.
so it's not
Yeah.
necessary.
Does it ever snow? Has it ever snowed in Bogota?
No, never, never, never.
All right.
Never, ever, and never.
Never, never, never. I hear you. Same here.
That's
where
a
I live.
chain.
There's a chance?
Yeah.
Really? Really, is there a chance? Maybe. Okay.
Teacher,
Yeah, Mustafa.
um,
Go ahead.
you know, we as my culture, like the women wear scarf, but I confused right now because scarf is different from what I know. Is it the same?
Yeah, because there's different kinds of scarves. So there's a really heavy wool one which you put around your neck, and it's for warmth in the winter when it's really cold. Then there's more decorative, and then there's the type of scarf that people wear in the Middle East, often women. Well, there's two things, right? Actually, you can help me here. You and or Sam. What's it called? The hijab? Is that it?
Hijab.
Sorry for my pronunciation.
Hijab. I don't.
Yeah. How do I spell that? Yeah. Okay, that's right. I know how to spell it, but okay. Hijab. Okay, so that is also very much like a scarf, right? But it's a little bit different. So there's scarves and there's scarves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There's another one too, by the way, for where it's really, really cold, or if you're going snowboarding or skiing or something like that. I always prefer. I did not want to wear a scarf because whatever, you wear a scarf and it falls into the snow or ties you up on your legs or something. For outdoor sports, for example, in the winter, you might wear a neck gaiter. This is like it's basically round. You just pull it over your head like a hat, but it has a hole in the top. So you pull it down over your face and over your neck to keep your neck warm. This is for when it's really, really cold. Did I misspell that? Yeah, I guess I did. I guess it's actually gaiter, G-A-I-T-E-R, not gator like alligator like I wrote it. My mistake. Oops. A neck alligator. Okay. Moving on. Victor, what are these? The pink things next to the hat and scarf?
Okay. This is sunglasses.
Certainly. Sunglasses. Do you know any other names for sunglasses?
No, really, I don't know an other name.
Informal. Informally, I might call them shades. Hey, man, dig my groovy shades.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Do you have sunglasses?
No, I have never used sunglasses because I use glasses, and also in Bogota it's not necessary.
Oh, really? Okay.
There is no enough sun to use sunglasses.
Really?
People think you are crazy when you use sunglasses in Bogota.
Is that right? Okay. Oh, that's new.
Come on, Victor, man. I use sunglasses, man. You can say that.
Yeah.
People think that you are from the coast of the country.
Okay.
How can you say that, man? Please.
All right. Okay. Slight differences of opinion. Okay, sunglasses obviously can be very useful and practical, and somebody like a pilot, you kind of need to wear sunglasses. When I was skiing in the mountain, skiers spend a lot of money. They buy really, really good sunglasses, you know, a couple $100 or something, because for their sunglasses or for goggles. When you're skiing, you also can wear goggles. It's worth investing the money because the sun on the snow creates a glare, and it can actually completely blind you. So in some cases, what I'm trying to say is sunglasses to prevent glare and blindness are actually very necessary. Not really. They can be, and just an accessory. Again, right. Okay. So, Victor, I take it that you would never pay $200 for a pair of sunglasses.
No, never in the life.
No way. All right.
I would prefer buy the PlayStation 4, I think.
Okay, fine. All right. Let's move on here. Sam?
Do not move, teacher, please. I have a question in the chat
Sure.
box.
Yeah, go ahead.
The
Yes?
chat box, like I said, like goggles, you mentioned it. Like, is it for protection only? What's the difference between sunglasses and goggles, if I want to say?
Yeah, goggles are definitely utilitarian. Goggles, ski goggles, of course. And then you have the kind of goggles that you use for diving, right? So these are very utilitarian. They have an actual purpose. Yeah, for protection, or you wear goggles like if you're a welder, for example, you know, you're welding, joining metal to metal with using a torch, because the fire is so bright and so at such a high temperature, you need goggles to protect your eyesight. Absolutely. So goggles are definitely, sunglasses are used for, you know, accessory, decoration, frequently, so you look cool. But goggles are pretty much for one purpose or another, very much have a purpose. Yeah. Sam, little green thing here.
Yes, umbrella.
Obviously, is an umbrella.
And umbrella.
Yeah. You might hear.
Teacher, I have a question. Before, yes, we also use word opticals for glasses as well, especially when we use for reading or writing something and have eyes weakness. You know that. Yes. So can we use here? It's different.
It is
opticals,
different.
It is different.
I think you're thinking of spectacles.
Okay,
Another word,
exactly right.
Another word for glasses, especially for reading and like as you described, are spectacles. Yeah, optical is an adjective which usually, you know, to describe something to do with vision in the eyes. Optical illusion, for example, common collocation. Optical illusion, something you see, it's not really what you see, is an optical illusion. Okay. All right. You may hear British say brolly, kind of a slang or informal word for umbrella. Americans really never say that, frankly. For Americans, it's an umbrella. Sam, how many umbrellas do you have?
I have 4 umbrellas. Yes.
Somehow
4.
I knew. Okay. Because there's are you in a place that has a monsoon season?
Not monsoon season because it's rain. Oh, sorry, not rain, but summer. You know, especially hot and it's sunny, and how we say that people burn when during a summer season. So I use umbrella for this purpose, not for rain.
Right. Not so much for the rain. Okay, people do that here where I live in the Philippines as well. In the summer, everybody's carrying. Now, because this kind of umbrella is used for sun and not necessarily rain and wind, sometimes that kind of umbrella is because it may be lighter in construction, not so sturdy. Sometimes that's called a parasol, if it's obviously made for the sun. That could be called a parasol. Okay, Mustafa's asking about monsoon season. All right, well, it's a season that, well, India has to deal with. Maybe, I thought part of Pakistan, but maybe I'm not correct about that. Maybe Myanmar and Sri Lanka and India, going into the more Southeast Asian countries like Malaysia and Thailand and Vietnam. Yeah, lots of tropical countries, warm weather countries, and it's lots of rain. It's tropical and subtropical, exactly, and it rains a lot. Really, it starts over here where I am in the Philippines and kind of pushes over into that area of the world I just described. It involves a lot of rain, lots of flooding, unfortunately, and it involves a lot of flooding and sometimes loss of life as a result. It's actually quite dangerous in reality. Okay, I'm going to move on here. Claudio, these yellow things, what do you call these?
Yeah, teacher. Flip-flops or sandals?
Excellent. Very good. Flip-flops or sandals. Very good. Yeah, Americans like to call them flip-flops pretty much all the time. Sandals is also fairly normal. It's a type of sandal. Sandals, these are the cheap kind that you buy for like $1, are flip-flops. They're kind of, I don't know, plastic and foam. Sandals might,
sorry. And in Cancun or on the beach is common.
Sure.
Houndstooth. I wrote in the chat box. I don't know if it's pronounced good.
Houndstooth. What's that?
It's like the feet or chicken. It's like the image. That's called houndstooth.
Okay.
The picture is that kind of sandals called houndstooth.
Oh, really?
Houndstooth. Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that. Thank you.
Yeah, and the sandals is the common cover your feet in the part of the center.
Right.
And the others flip-flops is more casual, and also one nowadays is the Crocs in the kids.
Oh yeah.
That's
right.
Like a 4 kind of sandals. In
Okay.
It's common. All the people they wear that sandal.
Okay. Yeah, here in the Philippines, everybody wears this style here we see in the picture, flip-flops, but here they call them slippers.
Okay, in Cancun it's houndstooth.
Yeah.
It's more common
and people wear them in any kind of casual situation on the street every day, very normal. Yeah. Everybody here has slippers, at least one pair, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. Yeah, it's very common. And the clog style of sandals is becoming more popular here. Actually, I have a pair like that. All right. Clogs cover the top of the foot, but they don't really surround the back of the foot around the ankle. These are clogs. Okay. Do you have a pair of slippers? Sorry, I can't help myself. I'm a Filipino. Do you have a pair of flip-flops or sandals, Claudio?
Yeah, I have 3 all different sandals, like a flip-flops, houndstooth,
okay,
Crocs, yeah, and I change for every day. It depends the situation, no? Like a casual walking, or maybe a job, or maybe a hang out with somebody. Yeah, it depends.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, if Filipinos wear these sandals all the time, you know. Okay. Well, not at work, although some may in reality. All right. Moving on. Mustafa, the red item of clothing. What is this?
Is it hoodie?
What? A hoodie?
Hoodie? Coat?
Not exactly a hoodie.
Heavy
Okay.
coat.
Hoodie coat.
Heavy,
Okay.
heavy coat.
Heavy coat. Yes, you could describe this as a heavy coat. Absolutely. There's another word which Brits like to use, anorak. I think I spelled that right. I think so. Possibly an anorak. It actually, I believe, comes from the Inuits or Eskimos, because they originally had this kind of clothing. An American, however, would call this a parka. And yes, you could certainly say a heavy coat. Absolutely.
Parka.
A parka.
Parka.
I would call it a parka. You know, sometimes we say ski parka or just parka. Obviously, for very cold temperatures, places where it's snowy, below zero, like that. Yeah. Do you own a heavy coat? Do you own a parka like this?
Is it from wool? Wool? Sorry, wool.
Well, okay.
Leather.
All right. Now, if you're talking about 30, 40 years ago, it probably would be, and maybe even animal fur, possibly around like the hood part might have animal fur. But nowadays, of course, the technology, different fiber fill materials, it's very sophisticated now. So now, in all likelihood, no, it wouldn't be wool. It would be made of some other polymer blends. I have no idea what I'm talking about now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so it is different from hoodie. Hoodie is kind of homemade. Sorry, not homemade, home use. And sweater also is home use. Like this is maybe to go outside in the public, right?
Well, a hoodie is, first of all, you know, you see this picture here. There's obviously a zipper, probably, or buttons or snaps or something. A hoodie is a one piece.
Okay.
It's just one piece, and a hoodie is made of cotton or wool. Cotton, probably, most likely, or a cotton blend, maybe. But it's one piece. You might wear a hoodie on a cool day, but a parka is for really cold. You're going to the top of a mountain. You're going to hike Mount Everest or something. You need a serious low temperature.
How about the long coat? Can I call it right like this? The coat that reaches your knee, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Usually, or not always, but usually maybe more formal. Sometimes military soldiers have the long coat or greatcoat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's basically what it's called. Right. Also for colder weather, but kind of more formal, I guess. Usually, you often see it in like military, in a military dress uniform, or somebody with a suit might have a black long coat or gray coat over their suit. Yeah. Okay. There's also often these parka or anorak, sometimes they have layers. You might have a fleece lining which goes inside. It may have even 2 or even 3 layers, and the outside would be more wind and water resistant, more like a windbreaker. A very light jacket, by the way, which is not really made for warmth, but you might wear sailing or something like that. It's called often these kinds of coats have different layers. You can zip them in and zip them out.
Okay.
As you need them.
So this is like for rain or for raining weather or
windbreaker?
Yeah.
Well, maybe
because I see the picture and it's like nylon, made from nylon.
Yeah, probably made from nylon. Yeah. Well, there's the really warm ones that may have fleece inside or some other material. for cold, but then it's a very light, just one layer. Then it might be a windbreaker, something you would wear on a sailing on a ship. Not really for rain, because then, well, what's the one we need for rain, Mustafa?
Raincoat.
That's it. A raincoat, sometimes called a slicker. If you're a fisherman, you may refer to this as your foul weather gear. This is common for fishermen. Okay, get your foul weather gear. Okay, when you see the fisherman with the yellow floppy hat and raincoat and rain pants, and boots, they're in their foul weather gear. They're going out on the ocean. It's going to be stormy and rainy and like that. So different kinds of coats. Absolutely.
Yeah. So last but not least, like the last one. This is very strange for me. It's called tunnel coat, and when I hear this, I feel like shocked. I shook. Yeah, I feel shocked. Yeah.
Say again. What kind of coat?
Tunnel coat.
Tunnel.
Coat. Yeah.
Tunnel.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't know if there's something like this. I saw it in the TV show.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't actually know about that. I don't know anything about that.
It's also like a long, kind of long coat, and it's reach your knee, and it has a zip, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm unfamiliar with that terminology. Okay. One thing I should mention, like skiing or climbing Mount Everest or what have you, you probably would have a matching pair of ski pants, and pants that go with the parka is very normal. That match or complement or whatever is also very normal. They're called ski pants. They're also made of maybe nylon with some fleece or something like that, to, for warmth. Could also be having layers. All right. Last one, Max.
I'm here, teacher.
Yeah. What are these? What are we looking at here?
For me, it's a pair of boots.
Sure. For me as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now there's different kinds. There's boots and boots and boots. There's different kinds of boots. What other kinds of boots? Boots is a very general term. Can you think of any specific types of boots?
I don't know, but I can improvise.
Okay.
Winter boots?
Sure. Okay. Yes.
I don't know. It's a good classification.
It is. It's very normal. It's a good co-location. Yeah. Put on your winter boots. It's snowing outside. Sure. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can find another synonymous about. Can you help me with this?
Sure. For example, what kind of boots do cowboys wear?
Sorry?
What kind of boots do cowboys wear? Whoa!
I can understand, sorry.
Oh, cowboy boots, not cow boots. Cow boots would go on a cow.
Cow. It's yes, cow. The animal.
Yeah.
No, cowboy is referring to the mans that have.
That's right.
That have guns in the far west.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right. So cowboy boots they're generally made of leather, sometimes leather, maybe alligator skin boots or leather cowboy boots. They're often hand tooled. They're kind of pointy. They often have a heel, which can be used to keep your foot in the stirrup when you're riding a horse. Maybe even spurs. Yeah, cowboy boots. Yeah. All right. Also, work boots Okay, the kind of boots that you would wear if you're, I don't know, whatever, doing any kind of manual labor. If you work on a farm or you're a carpenter or anything like that, you might have a pair of nice solid work boots, maybe steel-toed work boots that has a steel plate in the toe in case you bang your foot. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, there's something called moon boots. These are kind of warm, kind of winter boots, but they're more fashionable.
Okay.
Okay, they look like the boots that whatever Armstrong had on the moon, I guess. All right, so yeah, all right. Different.
So
kind of
there are several types of boots.
Yes, there are.
In according with your sayings, in according with you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. If you're going fishing and you're wading into the river up to your thighs, you might wear gaiters.
Okay.
These are the really high, waterproof.
I don't like fishing.
Yeah, you don't like fishing?
Yes, but my friends loves the not fishing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's take a look here. All right, let's do a little simple fill in the blank and see if we can use some of these words. Let's go around again. Jorge Luis, number one.
Yes. When it is raining, I take an umbrella, I guess.
Sure. Anything else? When it's raining, do you take anything else with you? What do you wear when it's raining? No?
Actually, I run to some building in order to avoid the rain.
You bring your running shoes. Okay. All right.
I always use, do you remember I always use blue jeans and also sneakers.
Right, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Again, being an American here in the Philippines, everybody in the Philippines they bring umbrellas with them everywhere just in case it rains or if the sun is too bright to protect them from the sun. And they think Americans, well, first of all, they think if their back gets wet, they're going to get a cold. So everyone needs to bring an umbrella all the time. As an American, I just walk around in the rain. It's just water. I won't melt. And they all think I'm kind of crazy, but hey, maybe I am. Carolina, number two.
When my hands are cold, I wear gloves.
Okay. Very good. You can wear gloves to keep your hands warm. You can also wear gloves as an accessory. Do you have any gloves?
I have 3, but I bought when I was living in Australia. So.
Okay.
It was for winter time.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Australia gets a little bit colder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Victor, number 3.
When it is cold outside, I wear a scarf and a winter hat.
Okay. Do you actually? What do you wear when it's a little bit? What are you going to be wearing on the coldest day of the year in Bogota?
Really, I use only a jacket because I think Bogota is not really cold.
Mm-hmm.
I live all my life in Bogota, so for me it's common that use only a jacket.
All right. And I think it was mentioned earlier. Somebody mentioned a heavy coat. We use light and heavy. A light jacket, a heavy jacket, a light coat, a heavy coat. Light and heavy are the adjectives because because they are. There's a kind of a big difference in how thick and warm a jacket can be. Victor, have you ever had a leather jacket?
No, no, I don't like the leather jacket.
Why?
Really, I don't know because sometimes they're very expensive and
Yes.
Bogota is full of people that want your jacket if you use a leather jacket. So sometimes it's dangerous.
I see. Yeah.
Yes, and I also love drink some beers, so I don't want to use a leather jacket in the night.
Okay. Leather jackets are surprisingly warm, actually. Anyway, I used to love to wear a bomber's jacket. That's the leather jacket that's kind of brown, that I guess is associated with pilots. I used to have one of those. Okay, moving on. Sam, number 4.
To protect my eyes from the sun, I wear sunglasses.
Sure. Or maybe shades. Do you have a pair of sunglasses?
Right now, no. I have spectacles.
Okay. Sunglasses, by the way, is uncountable. You can't say 3 sunglasses. You have to say pairs. I have 3 pairs of sunglasses. Like that. I'm always losing my sunglasses. So, yeah, my sunglasses I have right now, I think they cost $1.
Okay.
Cheap sunglasses. Okay, Sam, do many people in your country wear sunglasses? Is it common or kind of rare?
Not. It's depend a person. Some yes, somebody don't care about sun, and they not. But some youngsters, especially, teenagers and women especially, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, women especially and youngsters, but not all people.
All right.
Don't use.
You gotta look cool. Sure. Okay, Claudio, number 5.
Yeah, to keep myself warm, I wear, in this case, a scarf and a hat.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Really the same as 3.
And gloves,
what else?
And pair of gloves, and maybe a coat. No raincoat, but a kind of coat.
Okay. Coat. All right. Parka. Again, you can say winter coat, winter boots, winter coat. All right. If it's really, really cold. Okay. Yeah. I used to ski, and ski boots. There's a boot I forgot. In order to get ready for skiing, you need to really bundle up. Do you know what bundle up means, Claudio?
No, I don't know.
Okay, you bundle up the kids before school in the winter. This is a phrasal verb, and it means to put on a lot of clothes, many layers. The secret is layers. That's the secret to staying warm.
Can you write that 2 words, the phrasal and the leaks?
Sure. I wrote them in the Verbling chat box, but here I'll also write them here somewhere. Bundle up. It's a phrasal verb. Here it is. Yeah. Bundle up the kids. It's getting cold out. Okay, so when I would go outside and do winter activities, I would put on long johns first. Does anybody know what long johns are? I got you with that one. Long johns, or you might have heard of them called a union suit. Does anybody know what a union suit is? Well, they're similar, not exactly the same.
Can you write that as well?
Sure. Okay, again, I've written it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bundle up. Yeah, bundle up is to dress, but warmly with many layers of clothing, mittens, hat, scarf, all of that. Not just get dressed like shorts and a t-shirt. That's not bundling up. You bundle up for warmth. The idea is you're dressing for warmth. Long johns are. Nobody knows this. Well, I don't. Nobody comes from a cold enough place. I don't think.
No, not exactly. We know this, but we don't know the word in English, so we wear it. Yeah.
Yeah, long johns are a union suit. A union suit is like it's underwear, is what it is, but it's underwear that has full legs, full arms. It buttons up in the front where the chest is, so you get in them, and it's like it would be like wearing a scuba outfit, but it's wool usually, so it's for warmth. Long johns is the same thing, except long johns are two-piece. You have the top and the bottom. You wear like pants and a shirt. So you put on your long johns, and then you'd probably put on some kind of ordinary, maybe sweatpants and a t-shirt, and then maybe a turtleneck. You know what? Does anybody know what a turtleneck is?
Yeah, that cover your neck, no? Or
That's
around.
it. That's right. Covers your neck. You might wear a turtleneck. You might wear a sweater. Okay. Then your parka, your ski pants, your gloves, your hat, your gaiter or scarf. So it would be very normal for me to go do winter activities with 5 layers of clothing, maybe 3 pairs of socks. It's cold on the top of a mountain in the middle of winter. Okay. Next one, Mustafa, number 6.
Okay, 6. What is it? 6. To keep my feet warm and dry, I wear. Okay, we mentioned like winter boots, cowboy boots, maybe. I mentioned in the chat box like there's a gum boots. Have you heard about it?
Gum boots.
Mm?
Yeah,
In order to keep your feet dry from raining or
Gumboots
water.
gumboots are like right, exactly. They're for rain. Right. Right. The gumboots kind of match a raincoat usually. That's right. They're meant to be waterproof. They're more concerned with water. Yeah. Winter boots. Oh, something else you might want to wear to keep your feet warm and dry. Wool socks. Very common.
Socks, yeah.
Of course. Especially wool socks. Very heavy wool socks in the winter, possibly. Absolutely.
I have a question.
Sure. What's that?
There is 2 kind of socks. The long one, the long and the short one. What can we call the short one?
Oh yeah, right.
For sneakers, I guess. Right?
Yeah. Right. That's the kind that's popular here, right? Tennis socks is what we call them in the United States because people wear them when they play tennis, or originally. The long ones that are long and straight and form fit to your feet, those are called tube socks. For athletes, basketball players wear kinds of tube socks. Okay. And then the ordinary like dress socks, like you might wear with a suit, you might wear dress socks. Maybe they're made of silk or some other material. They're kind of ordinary socks. We also have dress socks. Or, if they're just kind of somewhere in the middle of all those things, ordinary socks that come up on your ankle, they're just socks.
Okay.
I don't think they have a special name. Okay.
Thank you.
Max, last one here.
Okay. To keep my feet cool, I wear flip-flops.
Flip-flops. All right. Quite possibly.
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Or sandals.
Or sandals. Okay. Do you have a pair of flip-flops?
Yes. I have a pair.
You do? Yeah, they're handy. So do I.
Yes.
Are they cheap? Are they really, really cheap? Where you
Yes,
live?
yes.
Inexpensive? Yeah.
No. Here in Argentina is cheaper. It's cheap.
Yeah.
The flip flops.
Yeah. Here they're like $1 or $2, maybe. They're very, very
Yes.
common. You can buy them
Yes.
anywhere, everywhere. Okay. Thank you very much. My time is up. I have to start another class. So thank you, everyone. Everybody, have a great evening or a great day, depending on where you are, what you're doing. Thank you.